analogy that Boz uses. If your sister comes to you on Sunday and is like, is this skirt too short to wear to church? And you have to be like, if you have to ask, it's too short.
Yeah. Yo, 1.6 million. That's something that I'm not very familiar with. I don't have that much money. I don't have that many pennies. I don't have any of that. I don't know. 1.6 million. But that's how many followers Brooke Wells has on Instagram. I don't know what it's like to have that much of anything. It's cool that she's got that. Good for her. She's a great athlete. She's great looking. So I completely understand why she's got that much of what she's got. What I also don't understand is what it's like to be in her position. I don't know, and it doesn't seem as if, and maybe she does, but does she control her profile? Do these people, when they get this many followers, control their profile anymore? There was a podcast somewhere where Froning was talking about how he doesn't control his Instagram profile. He can't deal with it. He doesn't want to deal with it. And the reason I bring all of this up is because Brooke Wells just put up a video, and I know that I put up a video about the Buttery Bros showing that Catcher David's daughter doesn't complete her snatches, and we saw the Danny Spiegel video where she's not touching her chest to the ground. But those were both not on the athlete's own profiles. The Buttery Bros video was on Buttery Bros, right? And the Danny Spiegel video was on Flash Photography. I believe that's what the name was, Flash Photography. Took the video down, reposted it because there's a whole bunch of bats and he didn't like the bats. I believe it's still up there. You can still see that her chest was not touching the ground of the burpees in that competition. Well, Brooke Wells puts up a video. She does it 2 days ago. It looks like someone probably made it for her. I know Proven's got a media team. I don't know if this was the Proven media team who created it. This was not from footage shot at the event. I know because I went back and I watched the footage of the event after watching this video. And the reason I did so is because on Brooke Wells' first rope climb, she clamps her legs on the way up. It's very, very subtle, but she does indeed do it. And this is the type of stuff that we're looking for. It's the type of stuff that you don't see on the broadcast. So what you're going to see on the broadcast is you're going to see the race. What you're going to see is you're going to see Danielle Brandon versus Sydney Mikulishin because they were the ones in first place, battling it out, trying to have the top time in that heat, which was the final heat. That's the storyline that's being followed. And this, right now, what I'm seeing, isn't something that anybody would have seen if she didn't go out of her way to post it to her Instagram. That is, even if she is the one who is posting them to her Instagram. So there's a couple of situations here. Either, one, she realizes that she clamped her legs and she doesn't give a shit. Two, she doesn't realize that she clamped her legs. So which, right, that's a big issue because she's supposed to be one of the best in the sport. Three, she doesn't control her Instagram and somebody's putting things on her profile that are going to get her in trouble with the likes of like me and whomever's going to see that. Or four, everybody knows and nobody gives a shit anymore. That's probably the worst thing. Everybody fucking knows. I know. Everyone who looks at it knows. Everyone's in the comment section like, oh, you're so inspirational. And then the person who's sitting in sixth place at the end of the weekend, that's Kelly Clark. Remember, it was Brooke Wells finished fourth with 443 points, and then there was Rebecca Fusiele fifth with 442, and then there was Kelly Clark with 441. She's sitting there, and then she's going to go on to Brooke Wells' Instagram profile, and on Brooke Wells' first rope climb, you're going to see that she clamped her legs. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play the video. I don't like to do this thing where I talk for all that much, but I also need to talk while I play the video because there's this freaking song, and I don't want to get a copyright strike on my YouTube channel because I keep on getting copyright strikes on my freaking Instagram profile because the whole freaking world doesn't want the good reps being done and they care more about swear words. But anyway, here's Brooke Wells, and if I play it a couple of times through, you might not even see it. Just like the judge who's standing right there, clear as day, you can see the judge standing there. The judge doesn't see it. Apparently he doesn't see it, or maybe he doesn't want to give Brooke Wells a no rep on her first rope climb of the weekend. But when I slow it down a couple of times, it's very, very clear, and maybe even if I throw a still frame or two in there, that the rope bunches up. And the rope bunches up is Brooke's still going up. Oh yeah, see, look at that. The freaking Band-Aid's off. So the Band-Aid's off, it still looks all gnarly. That's my elbow. But you can see that she clamps her legs and she's going after the rope right there. Very, very fractional of a second. And in sporting, Andrew, if you compare this to the MLB, everything misses calls all the time. It's like, yeah, okay, whatever. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to talk about it. That's what we're doing right here because this is huge implications on the weekend. This was Brooke Wells' worst event. That was the first rope climb. There are now going to be how many rope climbs to follow that rope climb? 10 rope climbs in the workout. That was the first one. The next time we see Brooke Wells doing rope climbs is on the 9th round. On the 9th round, she's failing rope climbs. Remember, we have the Tia Toomey cam, and Tia Toomey's like, hey, look at Coach Brooke, go Brooke. It's like, yeah, best coach ever. I know you're trying to support your friend. Maybe you should be telling Brooke to slow down. Slow down, Brooke. You don't want to fail another one. Make sure that you are going to get up there if you're going to try so that you're not just standing there accumulating no reps. Maybe another strategy Tia could have yelled is like, we're going to throw you 1 million followers on Instagram. And when we throw you 1 million followers, you're going to be able to use your legs one more time. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how many people are watching you. You can use your legs for one time, one leg clamp per 1 million followers on Instagram. So for all I know, that first one was the only time that she did it. And because everything was going so quick and it was the first round, nothing was going to happen. For rounds 2 through 8, everything looked good. But it's very, very naive to think that. It's more likely to think that every single time you're going to be able to get away with something, you're going to get away with something. So there's a couple of layers of this. Layer number 1 is that I think that this is the worst workout that CrossFit could have given the semifinals. Everyone's just trying to justify the fact that it's good, but it fucking sucks. Ben Smith said it a couple times, and almost the importance of this workout is how quick you could fall to the ground on the male side. And while I've said in the past that I do think that it's a better test for the females, it's only a better test if you're going to hold the standards, which is you can't allow them to clamp their legs. That's the most important part. If you ever put a client on a pegboard, I do this all the time. I'm like, all right, guys, hold on to the pegboard with both arms. And they're like, okay, I can do it. I'm like, all right, now take a peg out. And they go straight to the freaking floor because they need both arms to hold themselves up there. They don't have enough body strength. And we're trying to gain that body strength, of course. But when you're climbing the rope, it's hand over hand over hand. And you can stay there. But the second that you need to make that reach, it's all on that one arm, okay? So I'm all in this one arm right here. And when this hand is in the air, it's just like the pegboard where I'm going to fall. I can't fall the way I'd like to fall, but you get the idea. When this arm isn't strong enough and you're not going to be doing well on a workout like this 10 legless rope climbs for time workout, it really helps if you can clamp onto your legs, because then all of a sudden, let's say that there's 140 pounds of body weight in this arm. Now, when I clamp my legs, it's like I'm taking half that weight off. I'm holding on to 70 pounds. So it makes it much easier to reach and touch the rope. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's for a fraction of a second. A fraction of a second is all it takes to fall to your doom with that arm right there. And if in that fraction of a second, you're going to grip with your legs real quick and no one's going to say a fucking thing, then you're going to do it. And the entire issue here is that the only reason I know about this is because she posted it to her own Instagram profile. We brought up the layers of things here that we don't understand what's going through these people's head. Is she the one who posted it? Who made this video? Who made this video and is now ratting her out? Is she even the one? And if she isn't the one who posted it, is she going to notice this? It's got 20,000 or so views on it, 80 comments. In the 80 comments, nobody pointed it out yet. Why isn't anybody telling her that she did these things? Do they realize that if she had gotten a no rep there, she probably wouldn't have made the CrossFit Games? Because she only qualified by the skin of her teeth. If she would have finished one spot lower on this workout, she would have lost 3 points on the leaderboard. 3 points on the leaderboard gives her a total of 440 at the end of the weekend. 440 at the end of the weekend puts her in 5th and Kelly Clark puts her in 6th and Kelly Clark in 5th. The implications were huge. And everyone always remembers the last workout. It's like, oh, Brooke put the bar down early. But how about this workout? She didn't do well on this workout. She did pretty poorly, and she could have done worse. She could have done worse if the judge would have given her a no rep on that first round, which would have been a deserved no rep. Is it a tough call to make? Absolutely, it's a tough call to make. But was it the right call? Yeah, that was the right call. Am I picky on the judges again? I don't want this judge to see this video and go, oh, I'm going to never judge ever again. That's not what I'm doing here. All you got to do is go, next time I'm going to make the hard call, because the hard call would have been the right call. Somebody sent me a video the other day of a bunch of judges at the CrossFit Games. If you're going to church and you got to ask whether or not the dress is too short. The dress is too short to go to church in.
The analogy that Boz uses, if your sister comes to you on Sunday and is like, is this skirt too short to wear to church? And you have to be like, if you have to ask, it's too short.
Yeah. If there was even a fraction of a second where you thought that, okay, her legs gripped the rope, her legs gripped the fucking rope. And maybe he didn't think that. Maybe he saw it and he's like, okay, that's good. Well, then he shouldn't be in that lane. That's all. I had to double check to make sure that that wasn't the same judge. I went back to my other video, the one I made the best judge performance at the competition. They look very similar. Either he grew a lot of hair in this video or they're different judges, but I think that they're different judges. I would say 85% sure that they're different judges. I hope that they're not the same judge. And if they are the same judge, at least I made a good video and then a video calling out the fact that he missed a call right there. A call that may have cost somebody that, like Kelly Clark, spot of the CrossFit Games. Everything is said and done. Nothing's going to change. This isn't a video where I'm trying to expect CrossFit to retroactively go back and remove a rep from the competition. This isn't like the Masters semifinals where I'm looking at it, I'm like, guys, you got to do something. This is your only job. This is just a retroactive. What are you doing? Like, what is going on? How can these athletes be so stupid? How can the people who control their profiles possibly be so stupid? Who's creating these videos? That putting these videos together? It's like, do you care more about the cool song in the background and the angles and we're content creators. We don't give a fuck what the athletes look like. This is a community of intelligent people and everybody knows what everything is supposed to look like, and that's the idea of it. And if you're going to hide behind the facade that is, we're content creators, it's not our job to make sure everything looks good. Beauty and movement, right? One of the most attractive things that I find about my fiance has always been her ability to move really well. Isn't that weird? I'm the rep guy, right? And the most attractive thing that I think about her is it's like when she's she's squatting, it's like, wow, that's really nice. And when she does Olympic lifting movements, it's like, ooh, okay, that's getting me going. So yeah, there's that. But I've always thought of content creation in their lens, not that I am a photographer, artist, whatever, about like pulling the beauty out of a situation. And the beauty in CrossFit has been their ability to move better than most other sports do in just about anything. Go to a Globo gym and watch a bunch of people moving around and it's ugly and it makes you want to turn away. Go into a freaking CrossFit event and it's like, wow, these people are so good at moving. So I don't really believe that whole thing that they try to throw out there. I know nobody saw this because it wasn't on the broadcast. What do you think after seeing it this time? I just like to hear your opinions. Don't come after the fucking judge. I do want him to see it, but I don't want him to quit judging forever. I want him to see it and know next time to make the right call. That's all you can do. It's a feedback loop, right? The feedback loop is, oh, I made a mistake. Next time, I'm not going to make that mistake. He would have gone his entire life without knowing if I had made this video, but that doesn't mean that we're going to come after him and tell him to quit for the rest of his fucking life. Everybody makes mistakes. You can quit when you make a mistake, but I don't want you to quit. I just want you to get better. And Riller out.